support vector machines. This is a classification model, and I think the biggest assumption here is the classes are linearly separable. Linearly separable. So let's have a variable, let's just call it x. And we have some red data points. These are folks that are in the red class. And then we also have some blue data points. Now, let's say we're trying to predict this data point. Is it red or is it blue? So the idea of support vector machine is we're going to draw a line that separates the classes. Let's say the line here. Everything to the left of the line will be red, everything to the right of the line will be blue. So if I drew the line here, this would be classified as blue. But I can also draw a line here, for example, in which case it would be classified as red. So I can also draw a line here, or here, or here. Where exactly should I draw this line? The ideal line would end up being in the middle, actually. This is your classification boundary. And you're drawing the line that maximizes this gap, known as your margin. So you want to maximize your margin. And then the points that hit the margin, these are known as your support vectors. And here's your other support vector. So in this case, it's quite easy. They're very cleanly separated. Let's now move on to a more complicated case, which will bring up the topic of kernels. And then we'll talk about just polynomial kernels in this video. So let's have, I don't know, say, like a variable called b. And then let's say it's like, here's 0, and here's a red class, a red class, red class, red class. But then we also have blue class, and maybe some red here. Now we're in a scenario where we can actually cleanly draw a single line to separate out the blue class from the red class. So the idea of a polynomial kernel is you can actually take your variable to a polynomial. So in our case, let's graph out b squared. And again, you have 0. So what's b squared? B squared will look something like this. Let me make sure I draw it cleanly. We'll fudge a little at the end. Essentially, it will look like a parabola. And then you notice you can actually draw a line. Awesome, it passes. You can draw a line that linearly separates the blue from the red class now. So things that fall on this side of the line will be blue, things that fall on that side of the line will be red. And this is known as using a polynomial kernel.